This is my Edison Format Vayu deck profile. I've run 4 SOT events in a row at Konami events over the past few YCSs and Nationals playing this deck. Basically, for everyone who watches my channel, I play a lot of Modern, so I'm always in the main event until day 2. And then once I lose out day 2, I enter Edison SOT events. So I've run 4 of these in a row, so I'm 12-0 in Edison SOT events. Got 3 of these mats. I sold the 4th one, so with that being said, I'll show you my deck list I used to play because I think this deck's really good. I'm just never able to enter the actual Ultimate Time Wizard event. And I'll explain like my thoughts on a lot of the cards, but it's triple Vayu, triple Sirocco. You have to play all these in Edison Format. This card's not even bad. I don't think you should ever play 2 of that. And then double Grepher, this card's good. Armageddon Knight, I almost want to play 3 of this. This card's really good because it positions well going first by setting Necro Gardener to protect against Recruiter crashes and also Shura, and then it guarantees you don't die. And if they set like a Raikou or something into this, you establish like a Caius payoff or a Gale or a Plague Spreader. There are a lot of payoffs for this. This card's really good going a second into Raikou as well. If their opponent T-sets Raikou, you go normal Armanite, send Necro Gardener, attack the Raikou. They Mirror Force is neg for them. They can't deprison. They can't. Well, they can, but they would go neg. They can't bottomless it. They're not going to Mirror Force Torrential. They have to Raikou pop this, and you still have Necro Engraved to guarantee you don't lose next turn. So this card's just really, really strong. Best late game top deck too. And then to round out the Dark Engine, I play double Caius. I don't think 3 is bad. I think you can play 3 if you want to. It's just I really don't want to break in this deck. I just want to be able to play the game. I feel if I can play the game, every game with this deck, I should win. 2 Hamster, 3 Raikou. I think Charge is fine over the second Hamster. I want to play a more control game, and I think Hamster's really good into some matchups, so that's why I want to play it. And it basically guarantees, if Hamster resolves, it guarantees you don't lose the game because you have really strong board presence with this, because then you can just keep a Hamster in defense and apply pressure through like Armageddon, Caius, these other cards. And I'm also not a huge fan of random milling, but I think Charge is like still really good. If you want to play it over that, that's fine. And then I play Necro Gardener, Plague Spreader, Gale. This card's phenomenal. I think you have to play this card. Any deck that plays Armanite, Grepher, you have to play this. Like, if you open a bunch of monsters with Grepher, what you can do is you can send like Vayu or Sirocco from your hand, send Necro Gardener. Necro Gardener protects Grepher, and then next turn you resolve a Grepher effect again, sending this and then sending like a Plague. And what that does is it opens up banishing these 2 for Armed Wing, and then you summon the Plague, and it lets you establish like a Stardust Dragon or whatever. And I'll explain in the extra deck why Stardust is so strong in this deck too. Trooper, one of the best cards in this deck. Dark Armed and Gores. Yeah, I really like the Ghost Rare. And then I played 1 Rhoda, 1 Allure, 1 Burial, 1 Braincon, 1 MSC, 1 Heavy. Every Vayu deck in history plays all these. All these cards are just so good every time you draw them. They're like broken. I would play more than 1 if you could of all those cards. And then trap lineup, I play 2 Deprison. I think in larger tournaments, you can try playing like more copies of Dust Tornado, or you can play like Calm Pulses over these. I chose Deprison because it's reliable, and especially in these Win and Mass slot events, the skill level varies greatly from like round 1 to like the finals. So this is just consistently good. Whereas better players won't attack with Stardust into Deprison, so that's where Calm Pulse gets value. Yeah, so maybe for larger events, I would try playing Compulse over that, but Deprison is really good, obviously. Especially setting up like Stardust plus Deprison, or like Necro Garden and Graveyard plus Deprison, because then your opponent can't really apply pressure without attacking with multiple monsters, and that forces them to play into Deprison, so there you go. Double Oppression, I think this is the single best card in this deck. This is the best Oppression deck of the format, and this card absolutely nullifies so many matchups. This card is phenomenal. I think you're honestly doing yourself a disservice if you don't play 2 in the main deck. I want to see this game 1. I want to see this game 2. I want to see it game 3. Even the matchups where it's bad, like Blackwing, I'm like even game 1 if you draw it, if you hit like a Gale summon or a Blizzard or Bora, it's not even bad. Double Bottomless, just really good. Setting up your board. And I play 1 Dust Tornado. This is a flex spot. Most people play Solemn here. I just don't like paying half my life points. On paper, Solemn plus Oppression looks really good, but when you pay half your life points with double Oppressions, you can lose the game very fast because you run low on life points and then you can't Oppression stuff, and then your opponent's able to push through. The other problem with Solemn is Caius hits this deck really hard, and You saw him a Caius summon, you're in trouble. Caius resolves, banishes your dark, you lose 1,000. Caius hits you for 24, you're in trouble too. I don't think it's bad. I just, the way I play the deck, I don't want to make myself susceptible with low life points. And then I played Torrential Tribute, Mirror Force, Dust Shoot, Return. Most games are going second. I side this out unless it's like Frogs or Light Soren, something like that. Return's fundamentally broken. The card should always be in the deck. And then extra deck, I have Token, I have Double Armed Wing. I would play 3 of that. If I play Chimera Tech, which is why I don't play 3. Otherwise, I would play 3. And I have Double Armor Master, One Silver Wing, don't need any more of those. Army Arm, play Catastrophe over Android just because it's stronger into like the light decks and all that. It doesn't even come out that often. I play Goyo, Brio, Black Rose, Stardust Dragon. This card's really strong with Oppression or back row. Like if you have like Stardust with the set Raikou instead of Bottomless, like you're in a really good spot. Thought Ruler, this card's just better than Stardust in some matchups. It's also easy to establish. Like after you return, you can usually set this up with Plague Spreader Zombie and then regain the life points back, which is really nice. And then Dark End, you have to play Colossal Fighter, just for like Black Wings, Light Storm, that type of stuff. And then Chimera Tech because I side Cyber Dragon. If I didn't play this, which I think is reasonable, you don't have to side Cyber Dragon, I'll play 3 Armed Wing. But yeah, I think Cyber Dragon's like one of those cards where for a while, I thought it was like really bad. I thought it was really good when I first started playing. And then for a long time, I didn't like it in my side deck at all because I was like, it's bottomless or whatever. And now I'm back to the past couple months. I realized it's so good for just pushing when going second in Raikou decks because you're able to beat over. But anyways, Double Thunder King. This card's really good into fairies and machines. And that's why I play it. And then I sided over some of the weaker cards in the Blackwing matchup too, just because it's able to contest Shura while playing around Icarus tech. So it's just normal summon that can contest Shura. And then if you summon it and your opponent has Whirlwind up, they can't search Kalut to out it. So they have to synchro, and then there's trades with the synchro. So it's just really strong. This card's good in the matchups. It's good. You can't main deck it because it doesn't accelerate your game, and it's really bad in the matchups where it's bad. Vanity's Fiend. This card's good. Fossil Dino. You can side this into more matchups than Fossil Dino with the note that it's weaker to removal because you neg harder when they remove it, but I'll explain why I do Vanity's Fiend in a minute. Cyber Dragon, like I was saying, this card's really good going second. Of course, it's good into machines, but in a lot of decks like Black Wings or the Mirror Match, these type of decks where they'll go first, and a Mirror, they'll set like Hamster and like a back row maybe. Or Black Wings, they'll go like Whirlwind, they'll go like Summon Shura, set Icarus attack. And then you can just summon Sidra, trade with their monster. If it trades with the back row, like, I mean, it's fine, it's a 1-for-1. And then you still have your normal summon to establish like a Hamster or Raikou set. That's why I play. And then I play 1 Kaiku. I just needed 1 card that I could put in for the Mirror Match, and then 1 card that also hit Frogs. So I like this card specifically against Hero Frogs because it stops them from banishing from Graveyard for Miracle. It rips Treeborn Frog. And then it's also really good against Amaryllis. And then I side the second Dust Tornado. I think you can play 2 Dust Tornado on the side, like for 3 total, because I main deck 1 copy. I don't think it's entirely necessary though. I play Double Rug just because siding patterns. And then Frogs, of course, game 1, this deck has a terrible Frog matchup. And then games 2 and 3, I just side in a bunch of blowouts for Frog, like Rug, Restrict, DDV, Kaiku, Vanity's Fiend, and then it just becomes non-games. Like, you just OTK. Because this deck, main deck's so well-rounded, you don't need to side a lot of cards for a lot of matchups. Like, the way siding patterns work, maybe I can do a video on that, but you have enough cards for every other matchup, so I just decide to nullify the Frog matchup. And then the idea with the side deck is you play triple DDV and then you play Vanity's Fiend. So the deck's Vanity's Fiend's good against, so is DDV, for example, Frogs. So you establish Vanity's Fiend. And then your opponent goes like Wing Blast, or they'll go like Soul Exchange, or they'll try to trade with the Vanity's Fiend in some regard. And then you go DDV Chain, so they waste their Wing Blast, they waste their Soul X, then you rip their cards. And then, yeah, basically it's a DDV target, and then you trade out a plus with this interaction. And you don't have to, like, some matchups I'll side in DDV, but I'll only side like 2 copies in, like the Mirror Match, for example. But in decks where this cooks, like the tier 1.5, tier 2 decks, it's just an auto win. Like, and this is one of the best DDV decks in the format. It's this and Black Wings. And this deck just wins. So, and I like just winning. So, yeah, with that being said, thank you for watching my Vayu deck profile. Maybe I'll show how to side deck and siding patterns. But yeah, Thank you for watching.